Have you ever wondered if ignoring all the distractions could be the key to unlocking real wealth and success? Today, we're diving into why ignoring certain relationships may be exactly what you need to reach the life you want. The dilemma: why this matters. Let's be honest here. Relationships today are nothing like what they used to be. It's all about instant gratification. Swipe, like, scroll. And it's never been easier to get caught up in distractions. But here's the twist. As fast as we can connect, we're also draining our most valuable resources, our time, energy, and attention. Now, this might not seem like a big deal at first glance, but think about what you're sacrificing. How often are you shifting focus to answer a text, scroll through profiles, or get that quick hit of attention? And more importantly, how often does it really add value to your life? Hey, if scrolling through messages built fortunes, we'd all be billionaires by now. But spoiler alert, no one's getting rich that way. Imagine what you could achieve if you reallocated even half of that focus toward building your dream. Sound impossible? Stick with me, because this is where the cold truth comes in. The cost of distraction, the financial and emotional drain. Let's break it down. Every second you spend on mindless interactions is energy you're pulling away from your future. It's called the attention economy for a reason. If you're serious about wealth and success, then your attention is worth more than gold. But right now, it's leaking. One DM at a time. Consider this. By the time you reach 30, you could have invested thousands of hours into personal growth, skills, or financial education. Or you could have poured those hours into superficial connections that brought little in return. One choice is an asset, the other a liability. Think of it this way. Do you really want your biggest investment to be in social media arguments and triple texting someone who probably hasn't even saved your number? So, how do we turn this around? How do we cut the distractions and become truly intentional with our focus? The solution: refocusing for wealth and fulfillment. Now, here's where things get real. It's not about ignoring women altogether or cutting off relationships. It's about understanding which connections deserve your time and which ones don't. You have to develop what I call a filter mindset, a filter to separate the valuable from the trivial, the genuine from the fleeting. Ask yourself, who are the people in my life that are genuinely adding to my journey? And which interactions are just stealing my time? It's a simple question, but the answer is powerful. By cutting out the distractions, you're freeing up space for the relationships that are aligned with your values. And really, how much more peaceful would life be without chasing after every notification or worrying about the next validation boost? To make this shift, start small. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb when you're working. Schedule times for genuine conversations instead of sporadic chatting. And most importantly, don't be afraid to say no to what doesn't serve your future. The real wealth shift: investing in yourself. This is where the magic happens. When you redirect all that attention and energy back to yourself, you'll start noticing shifts, not only in your bank account, but in your confidence, focus, and vision for the future. When you're investing in yourself, you're actually creating an interest that compounds over time. Every skill, every new insight, every habit you build pays you back. But that can't happen if you're too focused on temporary attention or validation. It's time to realize that every minute you spend on your growth, you're actively investing in a richer future. Imagine if every text or notification was a deposit into your wealth fund. Now that is a lifestyle worth chasing. The new mindset: choosing wealth over distraction. Now that you're here, you've probably already started realizing the truth. Choosing wealth means choosing focus, choosing to say no to short-term thrills and yes to long-term gains. It's not always easy, and yeah, it might mean letting go of people who don't align with your journey. But the trade-off: it's a life of freedom, fulfillment, and true success. Be the person who invests in themselves instead of chasing fleeting connections. Be the person who builds a life they're proud of, brick by brick. And remember, It's not just about what you're letting go of. It's about what you're gaining. If this message resonated with you, and you're ready to learn how to build healthier, more meaningful relationships, check out my next video on creating deeper connections that actually add to your life. Remember, every choice you make today shapes your wealth tomorrow.